So, after the excitement of the last one, we're back up to the start of race number 49.
Henley really is the gift that keeps on giving, and we're off in the visitors.
On the Berkshire station, we're at Cambridge University and Leander Club. And on the Buckingham station,
French crew from Nantes and Boulogne, and bienvenue aux amis français, and welcome to Henley as the crews come together already. Umpire Richard Phelps raises the white flag, not of surrender but to part the crews. He's telling the French to steer away. The French may be responding, but rather late.
They're still way over in Leander's water, in Cambridge's water there. And it'd be interesting if that upset the Leander crew, because obviously they moved across as well.
Yeah, so we're moving down the course now and approaching Forley. Looks like we've got a bit of advantage there for Leander after quite a dramatic start. But I'd say that the crew from Nantes and Boulogne are still attacking. It's really quite a hard start they had there, Mark. And I think there's still a little bit of a steering issue going on. The French really are across the course now. Because Leander are in front, the French are not impeding them. And I'm surprised Richard Phelps is not raising his flag here. French again making a correction towards the booms. They'll want to correct that again now. And
the amount that must have taken off their boat speed by not just moving across and steering, but also they're in Leander's puddles there, so they're getting dirty water, upsets their rhythm. They can't get a clean kind of placement of the blade in the water.
It's very disruptive,
and that makes the boat twist and turn even more.
Yeah, if you are steering the boat, it's nerve-wracking, and if you're the person who's not steering the boat, you're wondering what the hell the steersman's doing. So either way, it's not a good place to be.
It's like the job you don't want, but if someone can't do it well but is doing it, you let them know.
Yeah, so the French boat is being steered by the bow, which is Terrain Francois, who is rowing in his first Henley. He's got some experience as under 23, so he's a relatively experienced athlete, but it's quite different rowing here on this track.
It's very different because there's no buoy line in the middle. It is an open river. You have to go from the kind of umpire's launch behind you is the kind of centre of the lane between the two boats on the stations.
Yeah, exactly. And we're looking here at a pretty strong performing Cambridge and Leander crew. You can see the classic Cambridge colour there from Freddie Davison sitting in the stroke seat. Successful stroke of the Cambridge boat race crew that led an epic Cambridge defeat of Oxford this year. I should declare an interest here, but they won 6 races, men's and women's lightweights in the boat race this year. A really strong, clean sweep, and he's going on to have a great season rowing with the Leander colleagues in 3-2 and bow. So we've got from bow Leonard Jenkins and Dave Buick-Coakley, Brendan Cappen, and then Freddie Davidson in the stroke seat.
That's very much an under-23 boat here, the composite of Leander and Cambridge. They're wanting to have a run out before they obviously go to under-23s or FISA, whichever ones these guys will be doing.
Yeah, and coming together as a composite like this and racing at Henley is a tremendous preparation, isn't it? To have the chance of some really good hard racing down a track. It's close to the 2,000 metres that was at the standard international distance, and in fact Henley was the model for the international distance. It's modelled on the length of the course here. They just wanted to round the numbers, and so that's the distance we are now all race.
It's nice if you walk along the kind of bank by the kind of stewards here, which are our right-hand side from the commentary box. There's little plaques on the floor that actually tell you where the lines were for the 1908 and 1912 games.
Yeah, of course, that's right. The Olympics were held here 110 years ago and 70 years ago, so it's an anniversary year for both Olympics here at Henley. I'm looking now at the back of the Nantes and Boulogne crew. That's François Terrain, who we mentioned as the steersman. In front of him, Ismaël Doran, Thibaut Malm, and Luc Epin sitting in the stroke seat. Some first-timers at Henley here, and obviously it's been quite a difficult start for them. They now seem to have settled into a good steering pattern, and the Leander crew are still sitting ahead, dead straight, dead strong, making it this is their race.
So,
in the Olympics, I think in the early Olympic regatta, they actually had 3 abreast here at Henley. The course here has actually changed a number of times. Trying to keep it straight. It's a uniquely straight part of the river, and you can see that we've built this wooden course all the way down to give this amazing and unique gladiatorial feeling. But the course has changed a number of times. The original course was Temple Island right to the bridge, but it was too dangerous, so they stopped that. And here we see Cambridge Leander rowing up to the finish.
Because this is the straightest part of the river is where the course is on at the moment, which is 212 metres.
That's right, they excavated a channel actually to put the course on the side of the island, Temple Island, that it is now. So here we go, across the finish line, Cambridge and Leander looking strong. pretty hard, aggressive effort by the French crew from Nantes and Boulogne, but it wasn't to be their day. A bit unsettled probably by the start, but on paper you'd say the Leander Cambridge Composite putative under-23s would be the crew you'd have expected to win, and indeed they made it their day quite definitively.